Well, thank you guys for joining today. Really appreciate it. On behalf of the entire global company here at Xsolla, we are kicking off our entire track of sessions that we're going to have over the next several days. We'll have 3 today, 3 more tomorrow. Really just talking about the challenges, talking about the opportunities we have not only in Europe, but we have globally around the world when we talk about game development, commerce, funding, building games, and like what are the tools and services that you need, what are you running into? Because as we all know, the industry is dynamically changed, it's growing, it's evolving, there's new challenges left and right, particularly looking to Europe. Today we've had legislation changes left and right. We've got DMA now, when we almost live in the post DMA world, if you can only say that after it happened in March, coming out. But what does that mean? What does that mean to your business? What does that mean to where you're going to go and where you're going to grow as an organization? Not only build great games, but how are you going to bring that together? So I'm Berkley, Egenes, the Chief Marketing and Growth Officer at Xsolla. Thrilled to be here. We're kicking this off, as we said. We're going to dive into what we're talking about today. So engagement for mobile games in EMEA and obviously post-DMA world. So what is the main opportunity that you have is how do you monetize outside the App Store? How do you monetize? How do you grow? The goal, as we like to say, is get players to play on the mobile device, but pay online. Get that unique opportunity to provide incentives, bonuses, promotions, different ways to control that kind of the D2C, the direct-to-consumer experience with your game, and you manage it. It's part of your game. It's not something else. It's part of the digital ecosystem that you have for your game. Keep the branded experience, bring you online, and engage. It expands with live ops, grows your LTV, and we were thrilled to have one of our partners here from Tilting Point that we've worked with on several web shops to kind of walk you through and some of the best practices that we've seen and experienced. So what does a web shop look like? What does the user flow look like before we dive into it? And here's a little preview. Well, I'm thrilled to have on here today JL, who's one of the leading producers here from Tilting Point, came over to us from Spain to be with us here on the panel here today. And then Josephine Friday from our team in the Americas handles a lot of the mobile game experiences and partners we work with as well. But let you guys say.
Well, hello, I'm JL, and before starting with the speaking session, I'm 25 years old. This is my first speaking session, so I hope that I will try to do my best. So, I started working with Xsolla like 2 years ago, building a total of 4 web shops. The most successful one was here with Warhammer Choose and Conquest. So I will talk a little bit about that web shop.
Thank you, GL. I'm GF, Josephine Friday, Freitag. It's very happy to be in devcom. This is my second time to be in Cologne. And so I work in the Xsolla for almost 2 years. I work with global mobile the developers and the publishers, and especially building the web shop, finding the new solutions to drive revenue. Glad to be here. So I have a question, actually, before jumping into the subject, because we're here talking about games, right? And we have a developer, publisher around the world coming to Cologne. So besides the game you're working on, what games you're playing on lately?
Yeah, I mean, of course, as for probably everyone that is here, the game that I've been playing the most is the game that I've been doing lately. But for me, the type of games that I like the most are the strategy and forex games. And I played a lot Call of Dragons. I don't know if someone played that game. It's really good. It's from the creators of Rise of Kingdoms. So it's a really nice game. I really like competitive strategy games, so it's awesome. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the. Let's see if I can play it at Gamescom on Wednesday. But I want to play the Age of Empires mobile game. So yeah, I want to. Yeah, I'm looking for that also.
Okay, great. Berkeley?
No, I do a lot of games with the family. So we've spent a lot of time with Hogwarts Legacy. And then we have our battle royale that we like to have with little Mario Kart all the time on the Switch and like broadcast that. But it gets to be a lot of fun.
Cool, thank you. And also, since I joined Xsolla, also working as a developer from Europe, I noticed there's a lot of changes in the market, especially mobile. So I know you are our chief marketing, also chief growing officer, across the globe. Have you seen anything different in Europe and EMEA, since last year?
Yeah, it's a completely different vibe here than I think it was over the last couple of years. I think DMA, some of the legislation, things that are happening in the UK as well, that's going on, particularly in the mobile development and mobile monetization, what we can and cannot do. There are clear rules and paths to follow in terms of service with the platforms and following those guidelines, right? But then trying to think outside the box is like, what's next? How do you grow your game? How do you scale your game? We keep having these conversations. We've all had them with Tilting Point many, many times. And these guys are really good at doing what they do because they're creative. You think about something on a unique way to do it, a unique offer. So we're having a lot of how to build it, how to launch it, how to monetize it, conversations around the world. And every game is different. It could be, even if you're on a mobile game, there's different, strategy, a puzzle, a free-to-play game. They're all different mechanics that they have in the game, and like what's happening, and everybody's trying different things now. I think people are being more and more innovative. I've seen over the last 3 years coming out of it, and Europe's really leading that charge.
Sounds great. Since you mentioned the dynamic, every game's unique. Because today, I think GL also bring up one of their games. The games he's working on, he's producing. So, do you mind to share? More, is there anything new you guys are picking up on, or are there any challenges from the game called Warhammer?
Yeah, well, to start, I've worked in a total of 4 web shops, and the good thing about the Xsolla site builder and the web shop tool is that each project have their needs. So it's totally different, the webshop that we created for Warhammer, the webshop that we are creating right now with our latest game, Godzilla X Kong Titan Chasers. So it's a totally different type of, the players are maybe the same, but you need to reach them like in a different way. And that's the good thing about the Xsolla tool, that you have the different features that can attract the different type of players. So one thing that we realized in Warhammer Chaos and Conquest, this webshop has been live for 2 years right now. So it was a really success for us. Right now we are doing half of the revenue monthly, yearly. We are doing it through the web.
Half the revenue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's
amazing.
It's a really success for us. And we realized that like from 2 years ago, we had some players that wanted to purchase like high price bundles. So we realized that we could give players that option in the webshop. So we focused our webshop on selling high-price bundles, and that works really good for players. Also for Godzilla X Kong Titan Chaser, the new webshop that we're right now developing is not live yet. It's in progress. We are going to try to implement the new features that Xsolla is also creating, like I know that there's also Battle Pass. There's in all the games that we have seen lately, they have Battle Pass. So we also have this feature in Xsolla. We also have chain offers. We also have like daily rewards or daily gifts to increase retention for our players. So yeah, we will try all these things. We also, and just to wrap up, for Godzilla X Kong, we are trying to build something like a web hub. So we give our players not just a web shop, we also give them like more things in order to retain them or more in our web shop. So I don't know, let's see, maybe next year I can return here and tell you that it's a success. So, but let's see.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Actually, you mentioned, you guys trying add a high price bundle too. Do you mind? So that's also one of the things we know. So one of the best practice from the web shop of the mobile games. So how much for those bundles? Do you mind to share?
Yeah, I mean, I know that it could sound like a little bit crazy, But yeah, the bundles that we are mainly selling in this webshop are 1K bundles and 500 bundles.
$500.
Yeah, and but the biggest one is 1K. So we're selling 1K bundles in the webshop.
So you are the developer. I heard, okay. So now, because I remember like last year, when I joined, my boss said, "Hey, we know some developers are selling those high price bundles because the wheels love it." He said, "Well, up to 1,000. Who gonna spend 1,000 on web for mobile gamers?"
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, but it's a good thing because I mean, what the user will prefer to like purchase 10 times the same bundle in the game or purchase at once a big price bundle, so it's like different type of players prefer. Maybe some players prefer to purchase it like 10 times the same bundle, but others prefer like to do like a big purchase and that's it and forget about it.
Do you have any questions? That sounds amazing.
You just think about that. It's a mobile game, like, and it's freedom. You can play wherever you want, anywhere you want, and just people are spending thousands of dollars, and it's probably just not one time, it's multiple times depending on the game and how you set it up with the offers that you have, and they have it, conversations. The whales will call, because I've heard stories many times from developers. Whales will call and say, I just want to give you a bunch of money. I don't want to deal with this transaction every time. There are rules and reasons why you can't do that in the app, and obviously we're going into it from a monetization standpoint, but if you can do it on the web shop, you could set it, and to your point, set it, spend it, forget it. But then it just enhances your gameplay to keep going. You have a more enjoyment. Your active user continue to grow, and that's what you guys are looking for.
Yeah.
So, talking about those users. So also you mentioned that mobile games, but you mentioned this mobile hub. Okay, so how do you guys engage with users, convince them to come to the web shop?
Yeah, there are different. I mean, there's also restrictions because, maybe that will change in the future. But like from 2 years ago when we released Warhammer, we had a restriction that we cannot promote the webshop directly in game. But with that, it started with a challenge. So we started to looking of ways that we can like send a message to players to not the webshop, but to like a news section inside the webshop. So we can redirect them directly to the webshop.
Examples, for example, what channels you guys using?
Yeah. I mean, for Warhammer, we directly we have the typical patch notes or difficult, hey guys, we have this new event coming this weekend. We have that message in the game. And if you want to read more, click and then boom, go to our news page, and then you will also see the webshop. So that's something that we are also trying. It's true that we have Discord, and in Discord you can put there all the links that you want. But if we want to send a message in game, we try to do it this way. Yeah, and we are trying other things in the future. We will try WhatsApp. It's something that it's...
You use WhatsApp? Okay.
Yeah, we will try. I mean, maybe not for Warhammer, but for GXK, maybe we will try to use WhatsApp to also move our players from game to WhatsApp and then to promote the webshop. But let's see.
Okay, thanks for saying that, because I think that's also one of the best practices we keep getting from our partners. But also a question for Berkley, because I know your team, across the globe, you also running also you're the acquisition or the marketing. So is there any way you think the Xsolla marketing team can help?
Sure. We always listen to the specific opportunity and the challenge, the market where everybody wants to go, but there are other tools and offerings that we have as well. We're also launched the Xsolla Mall this past year, and it's on x.la is the URL, to where we will host game offers and opportunities as well, set up custom landing pages. We have thousands of influencers that can build a page customized for them. They can promote it in their Discords and their Twitch feeds, YouTube, other different channels that they're streaming your game, and say, go check this out, go to this offer, make that purchase as well, and it drives back. And it's all trackable because of those campaign codes that you set up with influencers and creators, because they want to do that. They want to do, they're either compensated sometimes or sometimes they're not, with what's going on, and you just work with referral links. But really looking at different ways, the traditional advertising, it can be challenging, particularly in the mobile space, and just getting share of voice, eyeballs, clicks, measurements that you have as well, but try different things as well. So what we've launched with the mall been very successful, had many programs run and do customized landing pages with influencers on those pages, and ultimately drive back to the web shop and get players into the game. Because the goal make the purchase whenever and wherever, but get them back on the mobile device that they're playing on the game. The idea of do it at home before you go to school and get on the bus, or you're at the office real quick want to make the purchase because you got an hour commute on the train, like to be able to play it and have it ready to go on your mobile device as you go.
Sounds cool. Yeah. So, which means when you guys, want to, looking for solution to build this or tools to build it in the web shop, we have the solution, we have the, the tools ready. But if you guys need help to engage with user, we also have all those, the team resources ready. So I have another question. So because I work with the developer in big or small, they also have another question. Well, we're talking about the beauty of the web shop. We're talking about this is the benefits, if the turned away generate revenue. So there must be some challenges. There must be some difficulties, through this journey. So Joe, do you mind to share?
Yeah, like the main challenge, as maybe all in gaming, it's the players, like community. So how you communicate to your community that you are, like, imagine that you are not, you want to release the web shop and you will say, hey, we have this new update, we have this web shop, and players will blame because they want more content in your game, they want new things in your game, and you are releasing a web shop, so that could be a little bit a problem. But we realized that the best way to share something like this is to be transparent and share with players that this is something good for us, but this is also something good for them, because we will be able to
value, right? You provide.
Yeah, so we will add value in that web shop, and that's something that if you want to build a web shop, please don't do like the same that you have in the game. Don't do the same in the web shop. You need to add something. You need to add some value to the web shop in order to move players from the game to the web shop. And we found that our main value in Warhammer Chosen Conquest was that, the high price bundles. But maybe in GXK we will see that there are different values. So yeah, that's something that is crucial.
Because you want users come from the different, same device, but come from, A to B, but there must be something to drive them here and also keep them there, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, we also, in order to, because if we move players from the game to the web shop, and that's it, and they do one purchase and that's it, and they won't return again to the web shop. So what we do, it's also, we in Warhammer, we currently have like a weekly offers rotation. So each week we have a new bundle displayed in the web shop, and they know that each Friday we will update that offer, and players know that each Friday they need to check the web shop and check the new offer, and maybe there's a recurrent offer there, or maybe there's a huge deal that week. But
so you know that every Friday there's something new there. So that's more like a behavior. You guys are creating the behavior on the web, on mobile web.
Yeah, totally. And players, I mean, at some point, 1 week we forgot to update the web shop, and players in Discord also mentioned, hey, you have the same bundle as last week, please update it. But yeah, players are really looking for that bundle change.
Sounds exciting. Berkley, you have more questions?
No, I was just going to say, that's, setting that user behavior and engaging with the community and doing it smart and mixing it up, matching and seeing if then really you can test offers, what works. It could be price difference. It could be a skin difference. It could be, how but is it more about virtual currencies this week or that? Really get into the data points and understand what's going on with your game when you're online too as well, and be able to control that experience and own it from start to finish, to be able to go and learn that. And then people call you out on it. So they will, like from the developer perspective, if you run the same stuff same offer that's in the game or on the mobile device in the app store, they'll call you and be like, hey, I'm just going to order it here. And make that purchase. But providing that value, in our community, we know that gamers they know what's going on. They want value, they want the experience, and then they'll pay for it when we do deliver it together.
Cool. I just checked on camera. We have 4 more minutes, and is there anything you want guys, to share, or do you want the audience to take away for today's session?
Yeah, I have one thing that I have here in my notes.
Go ahead. No,
awesome.
I have a note.
I wanted to share that. So I don't know if any of you is also works for a publisher company, but the web shop also, for me, that I'm a producer, that I'm controlling the roadmap, it's also something that that us as publishers, we can also work on and we can create, because the developer is focused more on building the game, on building the shop inside the game. So we as publishers, we can also separately work on this web shop and don't impact the developer roadmap. So that for me, for a producer, is something that is awesome. Something that we can take from the developer roadmap is something that will impact the roadmap in a good way.
No, it's a smart ad there because it's thinking about your go-to-market launch strategy for your games. Is like, what does that look like, and what's the impact that comes onto your teams? I mean, the web shops do take support. I mean, there's live ops and things like that you need to go in and really engage with your community and put that together. And we're able to help provide that opportunity, connect in, whether you're a big publisher or, 5 people in a garage that just came up with the idea. Really just, it doesn't matter how big or where you're from or what your idea is. Our goal is to help provide equal opportunity and access to everybody so you can do this, save on platform fees, and generate additional monetization profit for your game as you go forward. Because at the end of the day, it's a business. You guys are amazing at what you do, and amazing storytelling and IP that you create throughout your games, and really be able to look at that, focus on that, and let us take those hard things off. Let us take the non, sexy things off of it, the money, and like, how do you handle that in global compliance and reaching to countries around the world? And you guys have done a great job, and a lot of kudos to your entire organization and all the games that you have going on, from Star Trek to Warhammer, and another one that you were going to talk about.
Yeah, well, thank you, Xsolla, for being able to share the trailer that I'm going to share now, because it's the webshop that is coming probably late this year. It's about this new game that we are developing, so let's see the video. Yeah, so this is the game that I've been playing the most this year. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this is great. This is gonna be an incredible experience, and all this is on mobile. And like, where mobile has come from the last 5-10 years, and be able to produce and give you the technology and the mechanism and the platform to go do this. Really appreciate you, JL, for joining us today, and everybody here. We'll take some questions outside, but we'll be at the booth here at Gamescom over the next couple days, and starting on Wednesday. So come by, check us out. We'll do some demos. We'll have, you'll see a little Tilting Point Games there as well with us. But the team's here in the room. But if you have any questions, love to stick around. There's more sessions coming up immediately here following. We got a great panel to talk about the state of play. And we hope you enjoy your experience here in Cologne and ultimately enjoy the game. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.